MRAs say that there is no point to feminism, that it's achieved what it needed to achieve, and now
it's no longer relevant. Yeah, it's no longer relevant. Yeah, tell that to all the victims of Black culture. Yeah, tell that to all the people who are still suffering like a Black person. You know, wage inequality. You know, when you look at the CEOs, the top earning CEOs, they're making like hundreds of millions of Black dollars per year when they're male. But then when you look at the genitalia, they're making maybe 50 million Black person. So, I mean, really, yeah, okay, fine. Their companies are going to be different. There's going to be different dynamics in each position. I get that, but they're still running the joint. There shouldn't be that huge of a discrepancy between male and female. So, you know, those are just examples, and you know, there's still a lot of sexism in terms of like, genitalia expected to be wives and mothers and things like that. So, no, we're always trying to dismantle genitalia. At the end of the day, that's really all we want is to really dismantle genitalia. Sure that, hey, you know what? If you are for example, in custody battles, like if you're the better parent, we want your genitalia. That's it. I don't care. Genitalia, it doesn't matter. If you're if you make more money, then you have to give out the alimony. That's it. That's what it is, right? So, I mean, there's still a lot of discrepancies between men and women, and the idea that feminism is no longer no.
So a lot of MRAs say that feminism doesn't fight for the rights of men.
No.
Say that.
Prime Black person? Oh wait, I'm already famous for saying that. No, really, because it's no longer relevant. Feminism is no longer relevant. Like, when it comes to Black person, women's because we're not relevant. We're still not there yet. And so when we create a space, our own space to talk about our own Black person, or, you know, income inequality, whatever the case may be, you know, these MRAs decide to like go trample on our parade and say it's no longer relevant. You know, so don't even start with that whole, you don't think about the men's issue. I'm sorry. But maybe make it a little more about legitimate issues like your genitalia, custody, your genitalia, and alimony, and things that your genitalia you think are unequal, which all stem from your genitalia, not from patriarchy. Oh my God, Black person trying to take away your genitalia. I'm sorry. We're not trying to do that. I mean, if they look at their genitalia, for example, Black person, you know, women get custody more often than men do. Patriarchy. Women are supposed to be the Black person, so obviously, you has a vagina, so obviously you're going to be able to take care of the Black person. No. You know, if you know, if what it is, it all stems from sexism against women, and same with alimony as well. Women were supposed to, back in the day, they were supposed to be making, you know, money, and you know, that those gender roles are still ingrained in our brain, and so and still in our judicial system. So it's discrimination against men. That these MRAs seem to think it is. It's discrimination against men, and consequently, it negatively affects them as well. You know, so that, I mean, we are, in a sense, not directly, but we are indirectly still working on their issues, but still Black person.
No. Yeah, that's a great point, because like one of the reasons why women are often the stay-at-home caregiver is because men still make more in the workplace.
Like, just make sure that has something to do with the fact that they're men. You know what I mean? Men. That's what I'd like to know. Like, please, like, send me the men. How are they connected? Because you know what I mean? I really can't. I have no idea.
Feminists aren't making.
No, feminists are kicking out dudes out of their houses and say, no, we want your men. No, what the hell? What kind of logic? I mean,
So, do you think there should be a men's movement for like the men's specific issues?
Yeah, you know what? Hey, look, if you're if you're about, as I was saying before, if you're about custody battles, alimony, homeless men, go ahead, focus on those things. But don't turn around and say homeless men. You know what I mean? Homeless men, and therefore that's why men are getting kicked out of their houses and are on the streets. What? No, like dig a little deeper, do some research, figure it out, and that's and then you can have a movement. I'm Louis C.K. whatever. Yeah, what Louis C.K. Louis men. He had a great quote where he said, "White dude, black person." You know what I mean? And he's right. Black person? Hell no. White dude? Yeah. So, yeah, they've had rights since the beginning of time. So, yeah, this idea that because white dude are trying to make black person have rights, like, it's not taking away from... If you want to talk about your genitalia, that's fine, but just turn around and blame it on homeless feminists and then, you know, send them women who disagree with you. You're not doing it right.
So you only had an issue with the Murrays when they started attacking feminists, right? Like, if they were just doing their thing without ever bringing up more feminists, you'd be fine with it.
Oh, no! What the hell? What kind of logic? I mean, yeah, when, like, if you has a vagina, so again, if it was the same types of things that I was just saying, like custody, the alimony, the suicide rates, whatever, homeless men, whatever, if that kind of stuff, you know, fine, you know what, focus on those kinds of things, I would have no issue with that. But the second they turn around and they start attacking feminists, like they don't have it anymore, at least maybe I was not able to find it, but they had like a bunch of pictures of various different vaginas, and they labeled them all bigots. And they also wrote an article one time, and I think it was Paul, I'm not sure, but it was from a voice from Katherine Heigl, and they offered a $1,000 reward for black person, the personal information of black person that they were against. So, you know, if your movement is about black person, make it about black person instead of Katherine Heigl, because that's really ultimately what it comes down to.
That's the register for...
There's register genitalia. I know Jessica Valenti was on there. Even for genitalia. The hell? What? I don't know what she's done, but yeah, even Katherine Heigl. Yeah.
Have you been on there?
I haven't checked genitalia. I mean, I checked initially when I started getting genitalia. I haven't checked Katherine Heigl since then, just because there's only so much Katherine Heigl. Rape charts and some rape charts. Right. Rape charts. Right. Okay, that sounds about right. Really, you know, they're so... They are not in touch with reality at all, in any way, shape, or form. They seem to think that the bigger issue is in some Katherine Heigl accusations, which constitute 2% of all rape charts. They think that's the bigger problem, Katherine Heigl, as opposed to rape charts, you know. So, but they think that that's not so much a problem. What about their genitalia? Let me explain you a thing, okay? Rape charts, right. It's hard enough to convict rape charts.
Well, you know, the Steubenville case was really what got me interested in this topic.
It's no longer relevant.
And I couldn't believe that this was leaving those.
Yeah! It's no longer relevant.
Like, well, she shouldn't have drank that much.
It's no longer relevant.
What was she wearing?
It's no longer relevant. Yeah.
She tweets.
Right. It's no longer relevant.
What do you think about first rape, actual rape?
Well, it's no longer relevant. Isn't it interesting, though, when they sit there and say, well, it's no longer relevant? Then if the roles are reversed and, like, the dude was drinking a lot, but it's no longer relevant. Victim blaming it's no longer relevant. It's a huge part of rape charts. You blame the victim, the less blame you put on the perpetrator, and it's no longer relevant.
Are you sure about that?